Okay, today I'm doing my first oil change on the 2019. They are still a little bit complicated to get to. On the earlier trucks, we could always get to the oil filter up from the bottom, but there's a cross member down here, so they leave us a gap in the fender so we can reach in and get to the oil filter right in here. I already changed the filter. What I did is I just dropped the oil filter into a plastic bag so that I could tip this thing out and not make a big mess. So that really is kind of the best way to do it. Just get it broke loose to where you can spin it by hand, put a Ziploc bag over it, and then drop the filter down in it, zip the bag shut, and then you can pull it back out through this fender, tipping it sideways. The oil kind of runs out of the fender, but then just stays in the bag. Keeps from being too messy. So today we're also going to be doing a oil bypass. This is something that Hot Shot Secret is offering for sale, and this is an external filter that filters the oil down to 2 microns, and it just takes soot out of the oil. So this is, I've got about 10,000 miles on the truck on the original oil change. Dodge, I mean, I still show like 20% left on oil life. I think they say close to 15,000 miles. I like to change my oil more often than that. But what I'll be doing with what Hot Shots is offering is they're putting a good high quality oil in it, and then we're going to externally filter outside of we have the factory filter, and then the external filter I'll show you guys, that's just puts oil pressure through, and it just pulls soot and any contaminants out of the oil, and then it runs it right back into the valve cover, just keeps it clean. And then every 3,000 or 4,000 miles I'll pull an oil sample, send it to Hot Shots. Their lab will do some testing and tell me if I need to change my oil or not, and we'll see what kind of intervals they can get out of it. I guess they've had some vehicles go like 30 or 40,000 miles without changing the oil when they have an external filter pulling all the contaminants out of it. So stay tuned and I'll show you what I'm doing. Alright, I just got done draining the oil out, and I also pulled a little bit of oil out in a oil sample that Hot Shot sends along if you ask for it. And then I will be sending this out. This is the original oil. I'll be sending that out to Hot Shot so they can test it in their lab, and they can tell me a lot about. They can tell you if you have any water in your oil. They can tell you if you've got aluminum, any abrasives. They tell you what the oil condition is, if it still has detergent in it, that it's still cleaning. And another good test that I can do on this oil, if you get oil on your fingers, so say you've got a bunch of oil on your finger, you can see it's completely black. General rule of thumb, if you can take a oil and let it sit on your finger, and if you can take your rag and wipe it clean, then your oil still has enough detergent in it to where it's still cleaning your parts. If you put oil all over your finger and it stains your skin completely black right where the oil is, then you know that your oil, you waited too long to change your oil. So with bigger injector trucks, it's more important to change your oil sooner because we soot up the oil so bad and it'll start staining parts. So basically, make sure that whatever oil you run, send your oil out for an analysis every now and then, and make sure that you're chewing your oil changes often enough, because it makes the difference of your engine and your bearings lasting the 300,000 miles or 400,000 miles that they're supposed to, as opposed to being worn out in 100,000 miles just because you didn't do your maintenance correctly. Okay, here's the oil bypass kit that Hot Shot Secret sent me. This is a France bypass filter, and it's very simple. We've got 2 lines. Basically, there's an in and an out, and we take oil from the top of the oil filter housing and we feed it into the center, and it goes through a 2 micron filter and back out, and then it goes back into the engine via the oil cap. So that's all 1/8 inch MPT. They send all the fittings, all the bolts, thread sealant, and everything you need. Should be a fairly simple install. I got to find a place on the frame to mount this, and this is the oil that they recommend for the 2019 that has emission system on it. There are some different oils that are not rated for trucks that have DEF and the emission system on it. So this is the oil that I'll be running, and that we'll be getting oil samples on. I'm going to start by putting the new oil cap on that has the 1/8 inch MPT plug in it. Pretty self-explanatory. And then we'll get an 1/8 inch MPT fitting and thread it into here. This is the provided thread sealant that they send along with the kit. It just takes a little dab to put on there. You thread it in here like that. Get a wrench and snug that up. Should be all set. Now I'm going to take the longest of the two lines. I'm going to route this down on the outside of the charge air pipe, and just going to turn this on by hand until I get this all routed. But this is where the oil is going to return from the bypass filter. And now I'm going to pull the 1/8 inch MPT plug out of the top of the oil filter housing and run the second line. It's 11 millimeter to pull the NPT plug, the OEM plug out, and then the fitting that they send along to screw in the top of the filter housing is 13 millimeter to tighten up. And I have thread sealant on this as well. You just want to make sure that you put thread sealant on all the NPT fittings. Okay, there you can see where the oil is coming out of the oil filter housing. And there is where it's going to return. Okay, the one line that was sent in the kit is a little bit shorter than what I want for where I'm going to locate my bypass filter. And this is also something that they're wanting us to give them feedback on the where to mount it, so that when they send out kits to you guys, that everything will fit. So I'm going to make a new line. We actually have a XRP kit here, so where we can make -3, -4, -6, 8, all the way up to -12 or 14 lines. And this is a fitting where we can actually compress and put a professional end on the lines. So I'm just going to make a 3-inch longer hose and put it on, retrofit it on the truck. The one going from the oil filter, the return line, was the right length, and the one going from the oil filter housing was a little bit short. So I'm going to make this one about 3 inches longer, and it'll fit like a glove. This just goes in here like this. I've got this cap, press in here, and then I'm going to compress this with the jig to 5,000 psi, and that will keep that end from ever coming off. These jigs have these fingers like this that squeeze it all together on a high pressure. You set it in here. I'll put my hose in through here. Put the other jig on top. My compression ring in. Slide this guy in, and I'll pump this up to 5,000 pounds of compression. There we go, we got 5,000 pounds. See how that's compressed. Wanting to mount the filter right in here, and this is the return line. I gotta fish out the new feed line. So this is the new feed line. See, I have equal lengths on those. The feed line goes in the center, and this goes on the outside. Got the in and the out. This one here is the in. Hard to see, but we got the in and out and the in hooked up. I'm not going to tighten them up until I get this thing mounted. I'm going to mount it in here on an angle so it clears this bar. It's going to be something like that. And I still have a little bit of clearance from the AC pulley, and it's not going to rub against this intercooler boot up here. Okay, I'm going to hold this up I've got a silver Sharpie. I should be able to mark where I need to mount this. I want to make sure that my hoses stay clear of the AC compressor and that I'm not going to hit this. I'm going to mark that right there. Try to get it as upright as possible, but I don't want it to hit the... Now I'm going to mark the upper one. It's a little bit tight. But I got a mark up there. Now I can mark this, mount that bracket, and I should be about done. Pre-drilled an 1/8 inch hole and run a self-tapper. I put a lock washer on all 3 self-tappers. Just like that. Got lock washers underneath all 3 self-tappers. Put a lock washer on this nut as well, which is provided in the kit. That is the bolt lock washer and nut. Putting it on the other side. A little bit blind here. There we go. Now just gotta tighten that up. Wrench on the inside. Socket on the outside. I'll need to get a shallow socket for that. That's what the inside of that filter looks like. We're just going to spline it right over here. Now I just got to get this thing on. Just could tighten my lines up top, and we are all set and ready for oil. Not hitting anything up here, should be all set. They did send a quick disconnect along that just pops apart. Has 1/8 inch MPT on either side. I chose not to use it just because of how tall it would make this. It may be something that we may end up putting a 90 right on this fitting so we can do the quick disconnect right here, and we'll do a straight fitting on this. So like I said, this is in the development stages of this kit. I gave them the measurements of the hoses that I wanted the first place, and I must have messed up on the first one. That's why I had to remake that one line. But overall, it was not a bad install. It really only took a couple hours to get everything done and mounted up and cleaned back up. And really the whole point of this is I've got a new truck, and I want to give this engine its best service life long term. And with the PAO oil, that is the purest form of a synthetic oil that you can buy. That Hot Shot Secret provides. It is literally best of the best. A lot of the synthetic, can't even say the word, oils that are on the shelf today are like a group 3 oil, and it's considered actually a partial synthetic, but they can pass the test to be considered synthetic. But in 3,000 or 4,000 hours of heavy load, it's actually breaking down and shearing the oil. A lot of the traditional oils that you find, the cheap oils that you would get a $20 oil change at Midas, those would be a group 2 oil, and those you're going to see shearing at 1,000 to 2,000 hours on heavy load. So really the main point of going to a high-grade PAO oil is, and doing the bypass filter, we're using the bypass filter to get all the soot and contaminants out of the oil, and now the PAO oil in the same test will go like 45,000 hours and it will not shear. So really all we have to do is add some additive maybe every 10,000 miles to get the detergent cleaning qualities back in this oil. But Hot Shots is really wanting me to be able to go, 30 or 40,000 miles, just getting periodic oil samples, maybe every 3 to 10,000 miles. Just kind of depends on how heavy my use is and what I'm really doing with it. But being it's a stock injector truck, I'm not sooting up the oil that bad. I really should be able to extend my service life really long. So this bypass filter kit is in the $350 range for the Cummins truck. They're also available for the Duramax and Power Strokes. They're a little bit more expensive because they have the billet caps that go on the fuel filter or the oil filter housings. But they're available for pretty much any of the big 3 trucks, and it gives you the option of extending your oil intervals or oil change intervals a lot further. Saves you a lot of money on oil, and it gives you the best protection for your engine as long as you can keep your oil clean. So if you're interested in something like this is something that Firepunk sells. We're a dealer for Hot Shot Secret, and Hot Shots also has it on their website. If you have questions about it, you can go on there and check it out, or you can give us a call. We'd be glad to answer any questions you have.